Hello.
Okay. Cut that bit out. Hello!
Hello, this is Mike and Eva, and today we're doing J is for Java. Have you heard of Java?
Heard of JavaScript?
Similar, but yet not really the same. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So, Java programming language was developed in the early 90s. And the real reason, or one of the key reasons, was at that time, the preeminent programming languages were C, C++, those kind of languages. And the key challenge was, as a programmer, you'd write some code for a particular machine, piece of hardware, and it would work exactly on that machine. And then you then were like, how do I get this to work on a whole bunch of other machines? You'd have to adjust the code and then retest it. And if you had to modify it or fix bugs later, you'd have to do that across multiple different source libraries, different versions of the code. Pretty painful. So the idea of Java, one of the key foundation points of Java, is write once, run anywhere. So essentially the approach they take to do that is they have a Java virtual machine which is native to the particular architecture, the infrastructure, the particular machine. And as a Java programmer, I just write my Java code once. It gets compiled into Java bytecode, which then executes on that virtual machine across a whole range of different architectures. Makes it so much simpler for me as a programmer and portable. So that was a key foundation principle. It has to be portable, also has to be secure, and it also has to perform really well.
So it just makes everything 10 times easier.
10 times easier as a programmer. Yeah, I can get my code onto a whole bunch of different machines and accessible to a whole bunch of different people. Problem was that Java bytecode, that compiled bytecode, then runs inside the virtual machine using a interpreter, just like the basic interpreter, but now it's interpreting the bytecode, which means it's got to translate that at runtime into the native machine language code. Wasn't very high performing. So what they had to do was they added a just-in-time compiler. And so when it ran, it actually, first time it would compile that into machine code and then cache that, which made subsequent running really fast. So they were able to achieve the portability and the performance using Java. And that's why Java has become and really has established itself as one of the most popular languages on the planet today. JavaScript, back to that. The original developers of Mosaic and Netscape added scripting, and they originally called it LiveScript. But then because Java was taking off, they renamed it to JavaScript. Really not a derivative of Java at all. Really just a marketing technique. But it's a scripting language that works in the browser, completely different to Java. Okay, cool.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Goodbye.